Go on to one of the best parts of this job, and that's the presentation of student achievement. Tonight, we're going to have a presentation by Woodbury School on the transition from neighborhood schools to the middle school. And I'd like to turn it over at this point to our Assistant Superintendent, Maura Palmer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carney, and welcome to the Woodbury School staff. I'm pleased that we are back again this year to present from each of our schools on, to focus on student achievement in each of our schools at a monthly school board meeting. So the timing for this particular presentation is perfect for Woodbury because they are going to focus on the efforts that are put in to transition our students from our neighborhood elementary schools into the middle school. We try very hard to keep that message of one school district, and I think you'll be delighted to see the work that's done by Woodbury to make that happen. So I will introduce Mr. St. Laurent, who in turn will introduce his staff and students that are with him this evening.
Thank you. Good evening. So at the Woodbury School, we have the privilege and the challenge of welcoming our elementary neighborhood schools into one middle school community. And so there are certainly logistical hurdles to making that all work, but the priority is the comfort and the connection of our incoming classes. It's a big change to their day, but it's a change they're ready for when we do it with the proper care and take the proper amount of time. We do that through 6 different transitional activities that span over a 6-month period. It begins when I go to visit all of the 5th grade classrooms at the elementary school to introduce myself and talk about the future activities. It continues when we welcome in the 5th grade parents to an informational night at our school, an open house. Next, our counselor goes into the 5th grade classrooms with student ambassadors to answer every single question they have about life at Woodbury School. Following that, we invite all the 5th grade students to come and view our school play. After that is the big day. It's the move-up day, and that is the chance for our students to come in and meet their teachers and teams for the first time. I'm going to highlight that in video in a little bit. And then finally, they have their half-day orientation day in August, again, when they meet their teachers, get their schedules, their lockers, and go to all of their classes for the first full day of school. And on the official first day of school, it's been their 4th time visiting the Woodbury School, and they are ready to take advantage of all that we have to offer them. So at this time, I'd like to introduce a very important person in their lives and the lives of their families over the next couple of years, and that is their counselor, Marcia Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. St. Laurent. Last year, as the 8th grade counselor, I started the 6th grade transition process in early April. I met with the elementary counselors so they could begin to share with me their students that would be coming to Woodbury. In addition to that, the elementary counselors then would follow up with smaller groups of students that would come up to Woodbury who would benefit from an additional visit and time with me prior to their move-up day. After these visits, I then create a panel of 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students who would return back to their elementary school to visit and share information about Woodbury. This visit's a very exciting time for both the students returning to their elementary schools as they enjoy visiting with their old teachers and seeing their old building, as well as the 5th graders who will be joining us at Woodbury. At that time, they are very enthusiastic about their lockers, lunches, all that Woodbury has to offer. That hour-long visit really begins the transition process in the elementary students' eyes. They're very eager. By the time we leave, I tease them and say, "How many of you are ready to come to Woodbury now?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I said, "All right, a couple more months." The transition from the 8th grade counselor to the 6th grade counselor is one of excitement and sadness. I'm transitioning the class I've worked with for 3 years up to Salem High after helping them with high school scheduling, but also getting ready to welcome in a new class in which I'll work with for the next 3 years. As counselors, we're very fortunate in Salem that we loop and stay with our students for the 3 years. It allows us to build relationships with them and their families during the challenging times of middle school years. At this time, I'd like to introduce Amy Favreau, our assistant principal, who I work very closely with in making this transition a smooth one.
Thank you, Marcia. We put a great deal of time and effort into making the transition from multiple elementary schools to one middle school a successful and positive experience for both families and students. In my role as assistant principal for grade 6 students, I coordinate the move-up day in the spring and the orientation day in the fall. During our move-up day, students have the opportunity to meet their teachers, learn about our school, and get an opportunity to see what middle school is like even before they end their 5th grade year. Each student is assigned to a team, and we organize our teams into brightly colored groups. We decorate the cafeteria with colorful balloons that match students' color-coded team name tags. Move-Up Day alleviates many anxieties students have about attending a new school and gets them excited about all of the opportunities Woodbury has to offer. Orientation Day in the fall is only for our 6th grade students. During Orientation Day, 6th graders attend their core academic and unified arts classes before the rest of the school is in attendance. Our teachers do a fantastic job of providing our students a first day of school experience before the real first day of school. I would like to introduce you to 3 of our fabulous 6th grade teachers that will explain more about what Woodbury has to offer. Mark Lacasse, one of our social studies teachers, Kelly Berry, one of our math teachers, and Jackie Duane, one of our science teachers.
If you couldn't guess from those names, I'm Mark Lacasse. So I'm a social studies teacher on the Hawks team at Woodbury. So in elementary school, students spend most of the day with the same teacher and the same group of students, allowing them to form that strong bond over the course of the year. But when you fast forward to the beginning of 6th grade, students walk into Woodbury alongside students from 5 other elementary schools, ready to see 6 different teachers over the course of each day. And so as we've been talking about tonight, we recognize how different this feels, and we want to replace those nerves and those anxiety with excitement and confidence as they begin middle school. So at Woodbury, advisory plays a key role during this transition. The first adult that students meet on their team is their advisor. They spend the first 10 minutes of Move-Up Day with this person, which can give them a friendly face to be excited to come back and see in the fall. During Orientation Day in August, students spend 2 hours with their advisor, learning about their new school, where everything is, going on a school tour, how to use a locker, how their schedule actually works. By the end of this time, most students are comfortable enough with this adult to ask them questions or share concerns. The time and advisory on Move-Up and Orientation Days, though, are also where students get their first chance to begin to make those relationships with students from all across the district. Advisory creates that smaller, more comfortable environment right away. And as advisors, we focus on getting to know you activities and team building games. My team, the Hawks, for example, will have a kickball competition near the beginning of each year between the different advisories to build that camaraderie. So advisory gives students a valuable opportunity to get to know a teacher, build friendships with their classmates, and learn the basics about their new school.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Berry, and I teach 6th grade math on Team Bears. I'd like to share 2 of the routines that we try to establish for students at the beginning of the year to make their transition to Woodbury a successful one. During the first couple of days of school, we have a special schedule, just like Mark talked about. We begin each day with an extended advisory period. This gives the students an opportunity to learn about their schedule. At first, the Woodbury schedule can be a little overwhelming. So to simplify it, we do this special thing where we color code our schedule to match the core classes. For example, the first class is red, the second core class is orange, the third core class is green, etc. Coloring the schedule helps the students process their daily routine. And some students then actually cut out their schedule and they tape it into their homework agenda book, or some kids even tape it into their locker. And another great thing about color coding is that students can then also organize their folders according to these colors, and it helps them keep all their materials organized. This is a tried and true routine that we find eases a lot of the anxieties for these students, and it especially helps those students who are organizationally challenged. Another routine that we established right at the beginning of the school year is STOP, which is an acronym for Stop, Take Out, Planner. 5 minutes before lunch each day, the 6th grade teachers lead all the students in recording their daily homework. This is a valuable routine that teaches the 6th graders responsibility for their homework and puts each student in a position to succeed with their nightly and their long-term expectations for homework. The homework agenda book is also another great mode of communication between the parents and the teachers. These are just a few of the special routines that we do for our new 6th graders each year, and they really work. And you can thank an amazing group of caring, patient 6th grade teachers for that. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jacqueline Duane, and I'm a sixth grade science teacher for Team Owls at Woodbury. One of the highlights for teaching at Woodbury for me is the team teaching approach. Our teams are made up of 5 teachers and about 100 students each. As teachers, we know that the students coming up are used to having 1 or 2 teachers that they're with all day long, and coming to the middle school and getting to know 5 or 6 different teachers could be a little overwhelming for them. The team teaching approach allows us as teachers to get to know our students well, and the students quickly develop a sense of pride and belonging with their team. On my team, Team Owl, we work very hard the first few weeks of school to foster our sense of team in the building. We have our students create an Owl About Me poster, which showcases their skills, dreams, and hobbies, and we use these to decorate our area of the building. Our students also use their creativity to design an owl team t-shirt that they wear at school-wide events, and to come up with a slogan or chant for our team. Once they've had a tour of the building, we then send them on a scavenger hunt around the building with groups from their co-advisory to find important locations around the building and work as a team. We also take our team mascot very seriously on Team Owl, and have our students learn about and dissect owl pellets in science class. And a real highlight for our students is at the start of the year, we have the New Hampshire Audubon Society come with live owls for an in-house field trip presentation. Our students take great pride in their team at Woodbury, and we find that the transition is more comforting for them, knowing that they have a team of teachers who know them well and work hard to make their transition successful and fun.
So we began planning for this presentation last winter, and that gave us time to record and videotape some of these transitional activities. So next I want to show a brief 4-minute clip that's going to highlight Move-Up Day, it's going to highlight the Orientation Day, and we'll also have some photos of the opening weeks of the school year for our 6th graders.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Woodbury School. We're very excited to have you here today. It's your first experience here at Woodbury, and all the teachers and staff here at Woodbury are very excited to have you. My name is Mrs. Favreau, and I'm one of the assistant principals here at Woodbury School. It's an exciting day for us. You're going to learn a little bit about how the day runs, about how your schedule works. You're going to learn about all your lockers and all the great things that happen here at Woodbury, and you're going to find out about our great lunches and all the great things that we have going on. So it's great here at Woodbury School. Your teachers are also going to talk about expectations, things that you can expect next year when you are here full-time with us. We love having our 5th graders come up and experience Woodbury Middle School.
When I first started teaching, we all know China today. We all know China. Be wise. But we don't know about China 4,000 years ago. Also, in ancient Egypt, then it goes to Greece, pyramids,
My name is Mrs. Shabbat. Good morning. So this is my name. This is how I spell my name, and I'm the math teacher on the team. But if I was to pronounce it, would be Shabbat, S-H-C.
I would like to introduce the most important speakers of the evening, some of our students representing the various teams and also the various elementary schools from around the district. So we have Sam, Grace, and Evan with us tonight. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Sam Jamer. Thank you for letting me talk to you today about my transition from elementary school to middle school. I attended Lancaster and North Salem before I came to Woodbury. A week before move-up day, I was very nervous about my teachers. I wondered if the teachers would be nice and how much homework they would give. It turned out I was nervous for nothing. The teachers were really nice and they gave homework, but it was a reasonable amount. Over summer, I was excited to come back for school for orientation day. Thanks to move-up day, I wasn't nervous for school to start. On orientation day, the teachers showed us around the building. We learned our schedules and we set up our new lockers. My favorite part of orientation day was getting my new locker. I like having my own little space at Woodbury. Now I am involved in activities here at school. I attend homework club and I joined computer club. I look forward to attending our first dance in October, and I can't wait to come back every day for school. I love school now. Woodbury is the best. Thank you for your time and have a nice evening.
Hello, my name is Grace Micklon. I am from Fisk School, and I am now on Team Bears at Woodbury. When I first came to Woodbury, I was really scared of getting lost, getting up early, and all the different people. But I was really excited about switching classes, lockers, and having new classes like Tech Ed and Facts. On orientation day, I found something that was really helpful was that we were given a schedule and our classes were color-coded. Now that I'm here, I am so happy that I play clarinet in band. All of the Woodbury teachers make learning fun, and I can't wait to come back each day. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Evan Tremblay, and I'm very pleased to be speaking with you. I recently attended North Salem Elementary. I was really excited and ready to make the move to middle school. The entire Woodbury staff made the transition very easy and comfortable. Middle school is a huge adjustment. I have much more responsibility in addition to more independence. Some of my personal favorites include lockers, more core classes, a variety of teachers, and meeting new friends. I'm extremely pleased on how my 6th grade experience has started out, and I look forward to my continuing success at Woodbury Middle School. Thank you and have a great evening.
And that concludes our presentation, so thank you. We'd certainly welcome any comments or questions from the board or superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll open it up to the board to begin for questions first. Patty?
I'll start. I don't have a question, just comments. First, the student speakers were fabulous. That was great. And I think this was a a great topic, because I heard great at Woodbury a lot, and I like that word. But I think this was a great topic, because as a parent, and I think a lot of parents too, actually wonder, what does this look like? How does this move-up day work? And the transition is harder for us than it is for the children. We all know that. But I think it was good to kind of put this together and show everyone exactly what you do. And there is a lot of thought behind it. It's not just come on up on the bus the first day of school. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it, a lot of work, and I think it shows, and I think that's wonderful, and I think that's why our kids do so great when they get there. I have a passion for Woodbury. My son did fabulously there, so I think it's great, so thank you. Great. We'll use that all night.
Other questions or comments? You good? I would just like to thank the staff for doing an outstanding job as well. And our students always amaze me at their public speaking skills. You did a great job representing not only yourself, your school, but the entire school district. So again, thank you very much. Outstanding job. Dr. Delahunty.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So I want to echo Mr. Carney's comments about our students, Sam, Grace, and Evan. You did an outstanding job, very poised, very articulate, didn't show any signs of being nervous. So you were well prepared, well rehearsed. So maybe that's a testament to your teachers, or perhaps a testament to your parents or grandparents. But thank you very much for being here. Also, the teachers did a very nice job representing your colleagues at Woodbury School, speaking on everyone's behalf, but really personalizing it to your own teams, knowing that your colleagues do the same with their teams. I know that a tremendous amount of effort is applied to these kinds of presentations. So not only did they think about this last winter, as Mr. St. Laurent mentioned, when they began their orientation activities for this particular sixth grade class, it was with the thought of presenting to the board now. So a lot of forethought. And Mrs. Murphy, knowing that she was going to be the grade 6 counselor, Mrs. Favreau knowing that she was going to be welcoming the kids. It was really very, very well done. Most impressive, as Mrs. Corbett mentioned, people don't realize how much goes into transitioning students from elementary to middle school and making them not only feel comfortable but welcome. And that's so important to 11 and 12-year-olds. They need to feel as though they belong. And that really separates the fine middle schools from the outstanding middle schools. And I'm confident that Woodbury is an outstanding middle school. And you have so many colleagues here to support you this evening. It's wonderful to see all the Woodbury staff members here to support not only the students but the staff who are speaking. So thank you very much for an outstanding presentation. It was really wonderful. Thank you.
We got one more thing.
I just want to add one thing. I had no idea that this was happening. So these programs were established for the different schools to bring information to the school board to let us know what's happening in the schools. And when my children went to the middle school, they didn't have this 6-month orientation. So for me, this is a wonderful idea, and I wish it would have been happening years ago when my kids were there. So it's new news to me. So
It was good I was the principal there, Mrs. Berry, but that's neither, you know.
Now we know why.
Say anything.
Move me along. Move me in, move me out.
Answered a lot of questions. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Much better now, much better now.
We have to continue on with our meeting. You are all welcome to go home. The students, you know, feel free to stay if you want, but I know you probably got some homework, and the rest of you have a lot better things to do than watch us, so please feel free to leave at this point in time.